Hey, and welcome to Glorious Insights, the first episode. I'm Rain. Oh, okay, give me a moment here. Can you up your volume just a bit? Just a tiny bit. Yep, you're good. Alright, so how have you been? Fun stuff. Yeah, I don't know, it's been hectic with moving, but it's been pretty good. It's been kind of, settling down a little bit. Yeah. I take it that room is still empty. Storage! It's storage! Interesting. Okay. Neat. So yeah. And so yeah, unfortunately you can't really see the actual screen. But yeah, so yeah, if you have anyone who's watching, if you have questions, questions, comments, whatever, what have you, requests, whatever, please email up there. Feel free to send them to tharbydragons@primalscreenmedia.ca. And one second here. It has been hectic. Oh, one thing. Yeah, it's usually the one where everything goes wrong. It's like, you kind of checked things, but you didn't check everything. Yeah, nice. Okay, yeah. That's fixed. Oh, okay. So now the proper screen. tharbydragons@primalscreenmedia.ca for those of us who are listening and not actually viewing us on a later date. It would be, the email will be on the link in the podcast. So today's topic is holidays. I'm sure I'll have a better segue next time into going into that. I had it and then I just sort of didn't. So yeah, I mean, Canada Day just passed here this weekend. Same with Independence Day. We're in Canada land. How was your Canada Day? Okay. Oh, oh, hang on, hang on. Oh, I think I see what's going on.
Oh, did something happen?
Yeah, I just got a comment in that no one could hear you.
Oh no.
Okay, so I think I found the problem. I accidentally had something disabled. It wasn't supposed to be. We can
Oh,
start that again just because it's going
okay.
to be a problem on the recording.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so yeah, welcome to Glorious Insights. I'm Rain.
I'm Jessica.
Yeah, so as you were saying, I know we went through this already, but how has your day been? How have you been?
Yeah, it's I've been pretty good. As I was pointing out to previously, No, that's where the other one is. I fell off my bike today, and that sucked. That hurt. A couple people were standing by too and observed, so that was funny.
Was
Um,
was it like in front of a window at all?
no, it was on a side street, but there was a lady who was walking her dog slower than I've ever seen anyone walk a dog. The dog must be very happy. It has a million years to smell. Like it seemed bored even. But I feel like that with I don't know what it was, but with our boxers, like he would just sniff forever. He would never stop. Anyways, but so that's mostly been my day, recovering from falling off my bike in a terribly minor accident. What about you?
Not a lot. Mainly prepping stuff for today to try to get some tech stuff out of the way. With there's apparently not enough though, since there is a problem. Um, but
I don't
yeah.
like being disabled. Being disabled is unfortunate. When my checkbox is disabled.
Yes, yes. I was confused. Like, with being disabled have to do with what just happened? Oh, yes, no. It wasn't
Yeah.
so much a checkbox as it was kind of like the little stereo thing that had a line over it that I didn't notice.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
That's just really, really bad. Luckily, there was someone watching to point that out to me
Yeah.
because that would have been a problem. It's like,
Yeah, that would have.
finally, I go back to look at the recording. We're like, okay, so we have something for tomorrow, and for I didn't. No, we don't. An hour long of just me talking to you, who can't hear. That would have been
No
a
one's
problem.
even sure if I really exist.
Well, no, your video's there.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, no, the video works fine.
Okay. Well, still, I mean, anyone can fake animate a face and torso,
That's a lot of work, though. And then to forget the voice. I don't know that.
That's part of it. That's part of the real. No, who would forget such a simple thing? No, certainly no one who could make an animated robot torso. Okay, this is.
Fair enough. Um, yeah, but yeah, I was mainly just prepping for stuff today, prepping for tomorrow,
Yeah. Well,
that sort of thing. So
what's going on tomorrow?
that's the other show, Primal Streams,
Right, right,
the
right, right, right,
media
right,
showcase show. So yeah,
right.
I was just getting all the content ready and exported and that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then QCing
Cool.
it.
Cool.
That's gonna be a weird one to do, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean this is kind of like the first thing I've done in a few years.
Yeah. Yeah.
That wasn't like a direct sort of work-related kind of thing. But even now, I didn't really do live stuff. I did, and it wasn't me by any stretch.
Yeah.
It was like other things.
Right. I've never done anything like this. That's for sure. I certainly always wanted to. So it's cool to finally get the opportunity.
There you go. I mean,
Fuck
it's
yeah.
certainly not putting a band out on the ice in the middle of curling, or putting and or putting a band on a bus and having a concert throat stops. It's
Yeah.
certainly not that. But
No. 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 And thank God for that. That sounds like an excessive amount of work. I don't know.
it was fun.
Well, that's good.
Both of those were a lot of fun.
That's cool. That's good. That's cool.
Yeah, how was, but, yeah, we're in Canada land and Independence Day and Canada Day just passed, so how was your Canada Day?
It was pretty boring, to be honest. In a good way. We didn't really do anything big for it. We got to hear the fireworks, so that was kind of nice. But we didn't bother to go see them. I barely even knew that it was Canada Day. It just kind of like, it sort of came and went. Like I heard and saw people talking about it, but like, I mean, maybe it's because I don't have a job, but I had no idea that the reason that people were home on this day was because of the Canadian holiday, Canadian independence.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know, it sort of came and went. It used to be a bigger deal when I was younger, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, now it's kind of like, oh, yeah, people are going to be setting off explosives outside.
Yeah.
Awesome, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I mean, when I was in the U.S., it was a really big deal, Like, there was the whole street would show up, and it was, my dad would buy a whole bunch of fireworks, usually from when he was in Texas or Alabama. He would ride his motorcycle up there and pick some up, bring them back. So we even had illegal fireworks. That was fun.
Did you ever like run around and sort of start shooting fireworks off with friends or?
No, Dad would always like use all of them, so there was never anything like that. And he would keep them pretty secure, and I was pretty afraid of fireworks. You know, like they were very hot, and I knew that. So I didn't. I also didn't really have any friends to do anything like that with in Florida. You know, so that would be that was also part of the problem.
But that, given that it's Florida, that might not have been such a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, if there was more, like, because there's just a total lack of people my age there at all. So if there was, I'm sure there would be a lot more, like missing fingers and whatnot.
Yes, like a lot more mishaps, bad
Yeah.
things happening.
Well, it's a boring town, you know. I have learned that small towns are pretty much the same wherever you are, and if there's nothing to do, people are probably going to hurt themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of like where I grew up. Like it was a small town, and people get drunk and then set off fireworks. That's
Yeah.
Canada Day. That's that's every day. You
Yeah.
get drunk and do something when there's fireworks to be sold, usually out of a giant truck in like a parking lot somewhere. Um, People get drunk and start setting them off.
See, I
That's
have to admit, it sounds way more fun, well, like the controlled environment that I grew up in was pretty boring, you know. So, I mean, there was the one time that the firework misfired and it flew towards the crowd. It was one of those big mortar things, like the ball was like this big. So it would really make a really large boom and go very high up in the sky, and it would look like the professional fireworks, you know. They were intimidating. And you could get two stage versions of those with two little nodules on it. Ridiculous. An insane amount of firepower. Like you could probably, lay some siege with that, I think.
that. Yeah, that sounds. It sounds like a bad idea if you got. I don't know. If you're intoxicated, so
Yeah, yeah.
inclined.
I would have to say that on the large scale, it's probably something oft avoided and best avoided. Most people don't seem to have the, you know, like, like, people shoot Roman candles at each other, and I've seen them just like straight up explode.
I've
So
had friends who do that.
yeah, I mean, I got in orange fights with my friends where we would throw like slightly overripe oranges at each other, and I got hit the back of the head with that once, and boy, that hurt. that was that was super effective. I didn't lose any limbs though, like there's no risk of me losing a finger in that exchange.
That's, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Canada Day here is generally not all that interesting, especially in a small town. I don't
Hmm.
know, the little community where I grew up, we'd all go to the field at 11 at night and watch fireworks get set off. And the show would maybe be 15, 20 minutes, half an hour
Yeah.
if we were very, very lucky. There was this one though, that was kind of cool. We had, it was like almost like a clothesline kind of thing, and there's like the fire, it would just go all the way down. And it was
Oh,
just like this
cool,
spark or something that just kind of set off, and it was looked pretty neat. Um,
cool. That's
not very explodey, but
yeah,
it did look cool. So it was more of a sort of a pyrotechnic kind of show.
that's cool.
We had in the like our downtown area had a show that they did as well that was a little bit bigger. But again, it was maybe 15, 20 minutes worth, half an
Wow.
hour if you're
Cool.
lucky.
Yeah.
And wasn't all that great. Being in bigger towns, even in Ottawa when I was there back in 2011, it wasn't that great of a show.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the Independence Day stuff online. It's
Yeah.
like just or watching it on TV or something, and it's way better.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Uh,
Well, and so that's the other thing too. Like I've noticed that like on Canada Day, no Canadian citizens are launching fireworks. But on Halloween, people launch fireworks. There's no one launching fireworks in Halloween like that. every year when that happens, I'm like, why are you doing this? This is a night of costumes, not explosives. But anyways. Um,
Unless your costume is connected to explosives, I
that's
guess.
true. That's true.
What if you're dressed as a firework? Then, well, then that
You really only get one shot.
your evening might not have the greatest end.
Yeah, exactly. You can only light that fuse one time.
But it will be an amazing show that
Everyone's
one
gonna be
time.
real fucking impressed.
Body parts just go flying everywhere. Huge
Yeah,
explosion in the sky.
yeah. Mushroom clouds, the usual. But it's like one of I definitely found that to be very interesting. Like in, well, pretty much nobody bothers to go to the public demonstrations, although they are usually also pretty fantastic. As a matter of fact, I wonder if they're even on the same day. Like they might have. I think they have the Fourth of July fireworks in Florida, in the city where I lived. Um, I was young when I lived there, so I didn't really know precisely what was going on. But I mean, they got it like shut down. They were shutting down the bridge, like one of the main bridges, and people could walk and stand on the bridge and look at the fireworks from the bridge. So like, it had to be like on the weekend or something like that. Couldn't have been a major, like, couldn't be during the week. So I suspect that maybe they like the actual Fourth of July day is celebrated by people, with their families in their cul-de-sacs launching fireworks that hopefully don't malfunction. And and then like on the weekend or whatever, they have the actual like parade and with the fireworks, and they shut down the roads and blah blah blah. So it could be an interesting cultural difference between the two. Like we participate in Canada Day in Canada, as Canadians in you know like in a less individualistic fashion. Like we tend to go to parties and go downtown, or spend it with our close friends and family, as opposed to the Americans who will do a big barbecue and launch a bunch of fireworks, and then later on, maybe that evening or whatever, they'll go check out the big public show.
Absolutely, yeah, that's definitely interesting. Do you have like a memorable sort of Independence Day at all?
Yeah, what I can remember of it is it's the only time I went to the public, the thing where they shut down the bridge, the public showing of it, the public celebration. There we go. Um, and I can't. I remember being there with my sort of brothers, Julian and Jake. I think my friend Mina was also there. And yeah, like it was pretty standard stuff. We wandered around the streets and enjoyed the considerably warmer weather. um, and I don't think there was public drinking allowed, and I don't think I smoked marijuana at that time either. So overall, I probably had a pretty boring time. But but what was really good about it is that like we went there for the action for some of the show, but my apartment with my dad was like just down the street. So we went down the street, and that was where the boat was that was firing the fireworks. So we were like in the apartment right next to the thing with the shooty bits. And it was so bright and so loud. It was really cool. It was very
Nice. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
I can't. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if I have a sort of memorable one. I mean, I guess the most memorable one was, um, again, back when I lived in a little community sort of area.
Yeah.
And we had like, I don't know, there's a lot of events. My dog at the time, we took him to the dog show
Oh
one day.
yeah.
But and again, that was the same one where there is the little clothesline of a firework,
Right. Right.
which
Right.
was kind of neat. Eventually, over time, I just kind of just stopped being interested in going because really, you're grabbing a blanket, you're sitting on grass, and you're watching things go boom in the sky from a not so great point of view while you get eaten alive by mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Whereas I can like stand upstairs in my room and look out the window and I can watch things go boom in the sky from my comfort of my home,
Yeah, yeah,
without
yeah,
the mosquito bites and like 3 to 4 days of massive itching afterwards.
yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that's always the nicest, for sure.
yeah, I could always do with that. And even
Yeah,
here, like, there's I've been here for a few years now, and there isn't, I don't know, there's not much of a drive to go see fireworks anymore.
yeah.
I don't. Have you been to the ones here?
I think I went to the Canada Day fireworks last year. You can see them just from the park, just down the street. Um, oh, and another year, I did LSD with um, Aaron and a couple other people, and we were able to see the fireworks from their balcony, like just through this tiny little. It was perfectly framed between just a couple apartment buildings. It was pretty fantastic.
I imagine it's even was even better given the LSD.
Definitely. I mean, we were pretty far away, but it definitely helped me feel a lot closer. I knew someone who had a penthouse apartment or has a penthouse apartment in the west end of downtown Vancouver, and she said that she had like the absolute best view of the fireworks ever, and I believe her. The view from her is fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, like I guess I have had a few pretty cool Canada days.
Oh,
Now that I think about it, there was also the time, like for a few years, I would visit my dad in Winnipeg. He doesn't live there, but he has family there, so we would all meet up, and we'd usually do that for Canada Day. And in Winnipeg, they had like this huge street party, and the friends that I had there, um, they lived like right on the main street that they were living on Hastings, if Hastings is the street that they closed. I don't know. But yeah, like right up on the main street. So there's just tons of people walking past, and one of the girls at the party kept asking people to show us their boobs, and that was nice. Saw 7 boobs. Can't complain.
no, that yeah, no, that sounds like a pretty. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was pretty good. Yeah, I think that was like I can't remember if I'd come out at that point or not, but it was nice to feel welcomed and to like have what are those things called, friends, and yeah, so it was a really nice experience, and I do have to admit, all my cousin and a bunch of his friends, all of them made me feel extraordinarily welcome. It was great.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, it's definitely one of those holidays. It's just like separate reasons for their existence, but I don't know, like we just sort of place different values on it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like I've had many more, memorable Canada Day experiences than I have, you know, Independence Day experiences. And I guess it's because, like getting your neighbors around and shooting off fireworks is great and all, but you know, going to a party and seeing boobs is way better.
Yeah, it's a little bit more about high school. I can't say that I've had that kind of an experience.
I was pretty lucky. She was a very outgoing girl. Oh, thank God for that girl, I tell you what.
Yeah,
Like,
sorry, go
mhm.
ahead. Go ahead.
Well, like because I think that like the attitude towards the between Canada and America are kind of the play a surprisingly important role there. Like, America's all about like the fireworks thing is like a direct referral to the Star Spangled Banner, that song, I think that's the one. Which is yeah, like it's with the bombs bursting in air and blah blah blah. And like so that's like a very particular sort of parallel that they're trying to draw with the Independence Day fireworks. Um, and like Canada doesn't have that. Like we wrote England a letter and was like, hey, this whole independence thing sounds pretty cool. What do you think? And they're like, well, how about a Commonwealth? Like, great, let's do that. Perfect.
Yeah, it
You
wasn't.
guys, you're still our queen, right? Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Yeah, it wasn't so much like a fight or an argument so much as, all right, we'll meet you halfway. Yeah, that's, all right, fine, whatever.
Yeah,
Close enough to independence thing. Yeah, yeah. We get to make our own decisions, right? All right,
yeah.
all right, cool.
The Canadians did their thing, and they're like, well, like, okay, so we're not actually independent, but we get to do what we want, right? Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we won't bother with war then. That's we have all the stuff that actually matters, the actual freedom, instead of the, But we're still a part of England, I guess, a bit.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas the states, just the states, it was more of a sort of let's go to war kind of thing.
And they did that a lot. They did that a lot.
Yeah,
Even getting rid of slavery was war worthy for them. Better throw down that gauntlet. And again, that was another time where both England and Canada, although technically at this point England was Canada, they were just like, yeah, we should probably stop doing this. And everybody said okay. Yeah, this is fucked. I feel bad about this.
I don't know, just like on the holiday kind of subject. You know, do you have a favorite holiday?
um, I don't know. I try to. I guess. I guess I have to cheat and say that my favorite holiday is 420 because it's my birthday. Because like I used to really like Christmas. Like Christmas obviously is the old standby. But it's the usual nauseating complaints about corporate takeovership, and like the obligation to buy a gift for somebody seems kind of weird. Um, and I haven't had any money for a long time, so buying stuff for other people is like, well, fuck. Sounds like a great idea, but I mean, let's all pitch in. Let's do something like that. Then it's communism, and half it gets pissed off, and we're at war again.
Yeah,
It's tough.
for Christmas stuff, I used to be like all about getting. I used to be all about giving gifts, and then living on my own, expenses started being a thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there was that. So I don't know, I got to this point where I started just making gifts for people,
Yeah.
and a few years back, I think 3 or 4 years back, I got the genius idea that I'm going to go make Christmas baking for everyone. What a horrible idea that was.
Yeah,
Oh, what a
that
bad
sounds like
idea.
way too much work.
Yes. It's just like, I'll do shortbread. I've never done shortbread before, but I'm going to do
Oh,
shortbread.
jeez. That's even like the hardest thing to do ever.
Yep, yep, yep. Or Nanaimo squares.
Gee, I don't even like. I thought you required like special machinery to make those things. I guess I don't think. I don't even know.
No, no, you don't need much special machinery, but you do need to know what you're doing. And
Okay.
making a large amount of them for, I don't know, a dozen people for Christmas,
Shit.
not a good place to start learning how to make these things. That was the
Yeah.
first thing I tried making, and it just failed so horribly.
That's pretty bold. I mean,
Which is weird, because normally, like, even when I try something new, I'm generally good enough that I can kind of pull it off.
yeah. At least this time, you actually do have to start back at the beginning.
I didn't know at the time, but yeah, now I know that now, and that was the only time I've ever been like, I'm going to do baking for everyone. Now it's no, nope, cards for
Well,
everyone.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like playing a new video on the hardest difficulty. Most of the time, based on my overall skill, I'll be okay. Then Jesus, fuck, this game is fucking hard.
Especially when there's pressure, like you'll like
Yeah,
have a whole bunch of people and be like, yeah, I'm going to beat it by this X
yeah.
amount of time. Come watch. And that was essentially what I was doing
But
with
that
baking.
oh, ah, terrible judgment, Brain, terrible.
Just a little,
Fuck,
just a little.
yeah. I've been thinking of making. See, this is the thing. So like the only thing that I might still do for Canada Day, because the actual physical day means very little to me. I might make raspberry cheesecake.
Oh, that's an idea.
Yeah, because I love it. Really, is the only reason. My
Are
dad
you
has
gonna make
recipe.
like a Canada flag on the cake?
I want to try and do something like that for sure. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to figure out for a very, very embarrassingly long period of time. I considered trying to figure out some way to make like the outside of the cheesecake, like plain cheesecake, so it's white, and then having the actual maple leaf being the raspberry cheesecake. And then I had a moment that you apparently did not, where I was like, I can't do that. That's that's fucking. Who the fuck do I think I am? I'm not Gordon Ramsay all up in this.
You could be if you tried.
It's true. Well, you know what? I was watching one of his shows, and he made cheesecake, and he made a no-bake cheesecake. It took him like 20 minutes, and it's ready to eat. Well, fuck you, Gordon. You son of a bitch.
I've done the no bake cheesecake once.
Yeah,
It turned out pretty well.
yeah. I mean, it seems like it's like there's no there's no chemistry really, so it's kind of hard to fuck up, unless you really fuck up the chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, you could fuck it up.
Yeah,
You say that, and then immediately either me or you will prove that statement wrong.
that's true. There's always a way.
Yeah, there's a way to screw it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I screwed up pickles. You know,
How did you screw up pickles?
too much vinegar.
Ah. Oh, you have froze.
That was a lot of
Oh,
white
hang on,
vinegar.
hang on.
Oh,
Okay, better.
all right.
You had
And
froze.
we're back. Yeah, I saw that. That was weird. Okay.
But
Oh,
yeah,
but my
so you're talking about vinegar?
um, yeah, that's right. So I overfill. I put like I don't know. I put like this much vinegar in a thing. At least like pure white vinegar, the powerful stuff, the stuff Americans used to clean with. And yeah, boy, that they're hard to be palped. I tell you what, can't you can have like one. It's like I also put jerk sauce in them, so they're fucking ridiculously spicy. I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to make weaponized pickles.
What were you gonna launch them at?
My enemies mostly. I should
Okay.
have hid them in my boots. That's what I should have done.
Sorry, hit into your which? Sorry.
I should have hid them in my boots.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Attacked the people who took them. I bought myself new boots, by the way. Yesterday when I was at Deadly Kucha.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, not to wander too far off topic, but it's some justice was had yesterday, and that was pretty sweet. And I made a friend while in the store, and they even followed me home. So hard to complain about that.
You made a friend and they followed you home.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct. She was nice. She was friendly. Can't complain.
Are you sure you didn't befriend a stalker?
I mean, if my stalkers are going to be that attractive, it's going to be hard for me to, at least my stalkers are cool and interesting people. No, okay. The secret's out. She's someone who I've never met, but lived in my apartment complex. And
Oh,
saw
that's
me.
even better.
Yeah, and she saw me and she was like, "Hey, we live in the same apartment complex." And she hung around until I finished getting my stuff ready and tried on my boots and a dress that I need larger boobs for, and yeah. And then I was like, well, she was suggesting that she was gonna leave around the time. She was obviously hesitating as well. To get back on topic.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of good. People being nice to me is weird, and I really like it. But yeah, so like we walked home, and I was like, like I'm gonna gonna smoke a blunt. So like, if you wanna come with me and smoke that, and invariably she said yes, and we did. Pretty cool. She even signed up at my dispensary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we stopped by there first. So fuck,
That's
jeez. And I have another friend in the apartment complex.
you're gonna have like
You're a
this. You're
friend?
gonna have this little like congregation sort of thing at this apartment. You need, or you're at in your building.
Yeah,
You need to
yeah,
like
yeah.
get everyone gathered, main floor.
I'm telling you. Well, that this is pretty much what we've said. Is so she lived on used to live on the first floor, and then she moved up onto the second floor. And I said, well, what we need you to do is to move up onto the third floor, and then like all of Angie's and my friends are on the third floor. Just a couple people who are cool, but they're not like our age or whatever. And a couple of them are like very gay, and like, gay guys don't have a lot in common with trans girls, I guess. I don't know. They're friendly, but they don't seem to want to. Well, actually, that's not true because Gunter is one of my friends. Don't fucking listen to me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Some people don't want to be. Some people are just, like they're reclusive in their apartment complex, and that's cool.
Well, I mean, to be fair, earlier, I mean, I tried to not listen to you by having you muted, but then someone complained.
Yeah,
So we tried the don't listen
yeah,
to you approach, and that didn't work. So,
yeah. I'm very good at talking for being ignored. I'm very good at
well, I guess.
it.
When it's controlled on my end, there's only so much you can do.
That's what you think. I was the commenter.
Ah, gotcha.
No, I was
No,
not.
I know you weren't. It was
Oh,
sent to me through a text. So
okay. Well, so much for that. I told them no. There's no way out of this. I can't.
you don't even know who the person was.
Yeah. Oh well. What are you gonna do? I tried. I
I
tried to deceive for absolutely no reason. My knee hurts. Ow.
from your bike fall.
Yeah.
At least you didn't fall like in front of a huge pane window.
Yeah. Yeah. Or into one. That would be bad.
I had family who fell right in front of a giant Tim Horton, one of those giant Tim Horton windows,
Oh fuck.
and just fell right in front of, just like walking along, and then drop.
That's funny. Yeah, like I didn't like hit anything. Like I just really just braked too hard and fell off my bike. That might have been because I was smoking a joint at the time, but you know what? Didn't drop the joint. So,
That's what that comment was about.
uh,
That's
yeah,
what that comment earlier was about.
yeah. But yeah, Danny would be proud. My friend Danny, he has absolutely no coordination whatsoever. Probably because he's like 9 feet tall, and the center of gravity is in his elbows or thing. I don't even like he's ridiculously tall. So he falls and slips all the time, but I've never seen him spill a drink or drop the joint ever.
That is impressive.
Like he's done a full backward somersault. Like he's in one of those chairs that leans too far back, and then it leans all the way back. And like I guess he didn't have a drink in his hand for that one, but he had a joint in his hand. Goes all the way over, does a full somersault, sitting on his butt, takes a drag. He's a legend.
Yeah, I don't know. Dad, was it this year? Yeah, it was this year when I did that. So I don't know, like just kind of going back on topic here, but
Yeah.
not all the way because frankly this is way more interesting and this flows way better than it was earlier. I don't know, like so usually for Easter, I go and I refer to it as Happy Zombie Jesus Day, or sometimes Happy Zombie Jeebus Day.
Right.
This year, I refer to it as what was it? Happy Sex Day, I believe, is what I called it.
Nice.
Mainly just because of its origins,
Right.
which makes a
Right.
lot more sense. Kind of weird
Yeah.
when you start wishing family Happy Sex Day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's more likely to happen in my family, but even then, not that likely.
No, it's like yeah, no, that was kind of a. I think
So
that
what
caught some people off guard.
what is the origin there?
That is, well, Easter's the holiday. It celebrates. It's a pagan. Well, it comes from pagan roots, like most holidays has pagan roots.
Yeah.
And it's the celebration of fertility
Right.
because
Right.
it's the beginning of spring and it's the celebration. I'm trying to remember the actual name of what it is. It is.
No,
Yeah, I
it's not.
don't remember the.
It's not.
Oh, yeah,
No.
no, it's the vernal equinox
Okay.
or
All right.
Ostara.
Well, I'm glad I didn't say what I thought it was because I was very
What
wrong.
did you think it was?
No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not
No, no, no,
gonna
no, no, say it, say it.
actually, shit, I genuinely forgot. Fuck. um. Oh shit. Yeah, I really can't remember. Fuck. Uh, uh, yeah. My brain is an annoying place sometimes. It's like, oh, that was wrong. Okay, just get the fuck rid of it really fast.
Yeah, I
Mm,
sometimes have that happen too.
yeah. That's why I spent like 12 hours being unsure if I was trans. As soon as I figured it out, it's like, okay, fuck, doing it.
It's one of those things where it's like, as soon as you figure it out, all right, then there's no need to kind of, yeah,
My
there's
brain
no
just
need to.
discarded all of the other stuff. It's like, well, clearly all of this stuff is wrong. Then let's just throw it all right out,
Yeah,
and we'll open a few Wikipedia pages and start reading.
yeah, no, I don't know. That's not exactly what happened. I mean, for me, it was a matter of like, sort of once I accepted that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um, I mean, then it was well for me. It was a matter of like, I'm miserable all the time, so why am I holding on to the thing that makes me miserable? Why
yeah,
not just embrace the thing that makes me happy? Let's
yeah,
do
yeah,
that. Let's do that. What do you
yeah,
mean
yeah,
things are gonna go? What do you mean I have to things are gonna sort of go away? Whatever, happiness
yeah,
or
yeah,
close to it.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much really pretty much what happened to me as well. Yeah, same.
And then all those things just start to begin to click into place.
Yeah. Yeah, looking back is always, I find it to be really enjoyable. Looking back, be like, oh, that's why I was so fucked up in that particular situation. That's why that girl hates me so much.
Hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Alrighty. So on that note, for our audio-only listeners, it ends here. If you're watching this live or on Primal or the re-airing on Primal streams, sorry, it will continue momentarily for a little bit longer. So again, for our audio listeners, thanks for tuning in to Glorious Insights. I'm Rain,
And I'm Jessica.
and
Yeah, I guess they can't see me wave.
yep, well, no, yeah, audio, no,
Not the
they
audio
can,
people.
but
I waved at you, audio people.
yeah. And for the people, if you have comments, questions, opinions, suggestions, requests, whatever, what have you, please send us an email
Yeah,
at varb varbydragons@primalscreensmedia.ca. That's varbydragons@primalscreensmedia.ca. Alright, and you can follow Jess and I on Twitter, me at at Raynessery.
and I'm at R3D LAZER.
Alright. Okay, so video listeners, hold on, we'll be back shortly, and our audio listeners, until next week, and hopefully we'll have some of our technical issues done, and it will be a little bit longer because we won't have that bit where part of it's muted,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
talking to myself,
yeah.
essentially. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a little bit longer, we'll get some of the technical issues out. But thank you for joining us, and for our video listeners, hold on, we'll be right back shortly. Alrighty, welcome back for our video listeners. Or video watchers, I suppose, not listeners.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so where were we?
We had derailed all the way to trans issues and
Hey,
our discovery.
that's okay. You know, earlier it did feel like it was more of an interview kind of thing, as
Yeah.
opposed to like a conversation, which completely defeats the purpose. And we're at the point now where like we don't really have to stick with topic. And
Yeah.
I think our doing the topic thing, not necessarily the best idea.
Yeah.
I do like that we had sort of a place to go with it, and yeah, I do like that we had kind of a place to go with it, and
Hmm.
sort of something to talk about. But it
Yeah, it's a
should kind of,
conversation starter.
yeah, exactly, and that's really what that should be. Is just a conversation
Yeah.
starter, I think.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
I mean, and for anyone who's kind of still watching the last little bit of this, it's not really meant to be anything other than just banter at this point. This whole other bonus section.
Yeah.
Really, I mean,
This, this is for people who like
this is
hearing us
what it
talk.
is. What's that?
This is for people who like hearing us talk and watching us talk.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. It's that background. I gotta think it's probably the background that does it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's people want to see more of that.
yeah, yeah. My background in particular.
Oh no, I meant the background of the actual of the show. I know you can't see
Oh,
it,
oh yeah.
but
Okay, I have no idea.
there is a background.
Okay.
If you open up on another device and you turn the volume all the way down, you can probably see it.
Yeah.
Just
Okay,
open
maybe.
up on another device and keep the
Okay.
volume down.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I have it sitting on my iPad just so I can keep an eye on the feed.
Okay, that's a good idea. Let's see. How shall I get to this from my phone? Oh, I know. Sometimes I just don't even. I'm like, how do I use my phone? How does it work?
It's
Or replacement parts for my phone today, huh?
and how did that go?
Pretty good. The last time I looked on eBay, they were like $100 just for the screen. But I got what I'm really hoping is I got, and now I have a virus on my phone. What the fuck did I click on? Um, yeah, they used to be like it was like $90 for just the digitizer and the glass, and that was like a lot. And it's $180 for HTC to repair it and the back camera. Um, uh, the back camera was replaced for free because they fucked it up when they made them. Oops. Um, but oh, here we go. I have the thing on my phone now. Yay. Um, so yeah, I was looking at it today, and you know I was apparently it's so difficult to take the phone apart. People recommend like the replacement parts for the phone, so like the front shell, the back shell, and anything else in particular that you feel like replacing at the time. So I got I wanted to get red, but he didn't have the tools listed on the eBay page and wasn't patient, so like I don't have any tools to open it up. And some of the sellers will supply them. So I ended up getting black instead, which is also fucking cool. So I get to change the color of my phone. and yeah, I got that. That was like $40, and the rear camera that was expensive. That was also like $30. And then something else. I can't remember what. That was like $5, $10. It was pretty cheap. It's pretty affordable.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do, I don't know, if you're gonna change the color of your phone or something, might as well do everything all at once. You know, while
Yeah,
you have
well,
it
like
in
the reason that
pieces.
I'm doing it is because someone, probably my ex, broke my phone screen, um, and never bothered to like repay to like fix it. Um, but so I'm doing it, and like I've like the cheapest way has been to do it by hand for sure. And I'm a nerd. I like taking things apart. It's fun, and it's my phone. I'll get to really know my phone.
Yeah, my Nexus, probably can't see it. My Nexus, though, has duct tape on it.
Oh shit.
and the screen is like totally cracked to pieces. To a point where
That's
certain
fun.
parts just don't work anymore. Like certain parts on the screen you can't tap anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, the top like I don't know, like quarter of my screen doesn't work.
They
It's pretty
when
fucking infuriating.
when they sold it to me, I was told that it's really durable
Yeah.
and it's really like if it drops it'll be fine. 'Cause, I mean I can be kind of hard on phones, and
Yeah.
yeah, sometimes they do drop. It dropped from maybe 4 feet up, and it landed on my floor last year, maybe a few months after I got it. Landed on
Uh,
the floor, and the screen just like cracked all the way through.
that sucks.
It's like this was not a durable phone.
Yeah, that really
I
sucks.
had a BlackBerry that worked way better.
Yeah.
That you drop that and you can drop that in 7 8 feet and it's still gonna work just fine. I've had an iPhone that does the same thing.
Yeah, my phone is like that as well. Like I've dropped it. I dropped it like I don't know, like 10 times or something like that, and more than once it's been like, ooh, that was bad. That was not a good height or landing profile. And like it's got an aluminum unibody, so it gets a little chewed up, but it was totally fine. Turns out the only way to break the screen is to like drive a roller chair over it. That
That's oddly specific.
that works. Well, that's what happened. So she rolled her chair over my phone, and that's what broke it. So don't do that. Really avoid that.
Huh. Well, I was gonna do that tonight, but now
Yeah,
that I
see,
know that,
I'm glad I caught you. Close.
yeah, that was really close. You were maybe 6 minutes away from that happening.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
after this show, that's what I was gonna do. I just had this craving.
Well, you're welcome,
Thank you.
and I accept your apology.
Okay. Apology. Oh, I'm Canadian, so I guess I just always apologize.
Yes, fair enough.
I was gonna ask what for, but
Yeah, it's the default response.
yeah.
I mean, even Americans comment to me about how readily I apologize. You're always saying sorry. I had one girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, who would get quite frustrated. It's like, you really have to stop saying you're sorry. And I said, well, I fuck up an awful lot, so I really,
You kind of get used to it. And I don't know, I just find it's easier to apologize for something and move on than it
yeah,
is to sit and argue your point about being right or wrong.
very true.
Maybe that's just my life experiences that have kind of pushed me to that point. Because I've had some pretty awful things happen where like I just kind of really argued my point,
Yeah,
and instead of yeah, no, instead of doing yeah, where I was kind of argue a point. So instead of like just admitting that I'm wrong, I just kind of kept going.
yeah, yeah. You gotta. That was well, like, and I saw a TED talk that like I've always really tried my best to be a reasonable and rational person. I remember when some of my friends used to give me a hard time for rationalizing. You're always rationalizing, Jessica. Finally, I'm like, yeah, thanks. I'm trying to be rational when I make my decisions. Good job, Jessica. Well done. But unfortunately, I lost my train of thought. Shit.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being rational when you're trying to make when you're with thoughts.
Yeah. And I have found that certain people really, really don't like rational thoughts. And being told rational thoughts, like, hey, here's a rational thought, like that's very offensive.
Rational thinking's not for everyone.
Yeah, that's for sure. Some people seem to have an allergy.
We call them Americans. I mean, cute hate mail.
So far, I don't know. Well, yeah, that's true. No, we should call them conservatives. That's what we should call them. People who are just unwilling to acknowledge that they're wrong, even when rationally speaking, it's obvious.
Well, there's the email for those who want to bitch. The Army Dragons at primalscreensmedia.ca. It's right there
Yeah,
on the screen.
yeah, yeah. It's true.
Or for those who want. I just let's feed the trolls here. There's our Twitters for those who want to bitch.
If anyone wants to tell me I'm fantastic, I'm also accepting tweets of that.
Yeah, that's why our Twitter handles are up.
Yeah.
What you didn't know is that I prepared our Twitter handles well beforehand.
Oh, that's good.
It's like, no, they're no. But yeah, but we're both advertising this show on Twitter anyway, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I think we're kind of winding down here. So, yeah, again, hopefully next time we have more of these issues fixed.
Yeah.
And it's not quite so problematic. But yeah, that will do us here for all the components here on Glorious Insights, our first episode. Again, hopefully things will go better. Next time won't open up with one of us being muted, unless they have earned that.
Probably. I probably have.
I don't know, maybe.
I guess we'll find out next week.
If we do, it'll be an accident again. But yeah, if you can follow me or tweet me at RainEssery.
And you can tweet me at RedLaser3.
It's up there on the screen for you. And of course, if you want to send hate mail, email, suggestions, comments, complaints, what have you, requests,
Love notes.
Yeah, please email us at tharbydragons@primalscreammedia.ca. Once again, you can view us on Dailymotion and on the Primal Scream Media website. And tune in tomorrow, same time, same place. Well, slightly different place. There'll be a different link for Primal Screams up on the Dailymotion site, and on Primal Screams Media, there is a link that will be for Primal Streams, the live media show that takes place once a week, 7 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern. And that will do it for us here. Glorious Insights, I'm Rain.
And I'm Jessica.
And have yourself a great week.
Thanks for tuning in. See ya.